Let me ask you something. Why is it that when Meghan Markle dares to do something beautiful, heartfelt and empowering, certain people just can't help but start frothing at the mouth? Why is it that every time Meghan brings a touch of love and elegance to the world, the haters crawl out from their caves with their toxic opinions and venomous headlines? Well, today we've got something that's going to make those critics choke on their words, because Meghan Markle is back with season 2 of her hit Netflix series, With Love, Meghan. And guess what? The one and only Chrissy Teigen will be joining her on screen. That's right, another strong, outspoken, successful woman linking arms with our Duchess to celebrate authenticity, community and passion. And let's be very clear, this is not just any Netflix series. This is the series that topped the charts after its March 4th debut, with viewers from the US to the UK embracing Meghan's message of love, purpose and resilience. Season 1 soared into Netflix's top 10, despite the constant smear campaigns from the tabloids. You know the ones I mean. Those miserable rags, with nothing but bitterness in their pages and bitterness in their hearts. But Meghan, she didn't flinch, she didn't hide. She did what she always does. She created something meaningful. She created a space to amplify stories that matter, with friends who uplift, and with a style and grace that not even her most relentless critics could touch. Now let's talk about Chrissy Teigen, a powerhouse in her own right. Model, mother, entrepreneur, and host of the wildly successful podcast, Self-Conscious. This is a woman who speaks her truth unapologetically, just like Meghan. She's not afraid to confront pain, to challenge norms, and to share her journey with vulnerability and humour. Her upcoming appearance on With Love, Meghan. That's not just a cameo, it's a moment of solidarity, of joy, of sisterhood. Let's not forget, Chrissy was also one of the very first people to receive a jar of Meghan's now iconic jam from American Riviera Orchard, the lifestyle brand that had the entire internet talking in 2024. And what did she say about it? Only that it was one of the best bites we've had all year. That's real love, real support, and real impact. Now I can already hear the critics foaming at the mouth, sputtering things like, "She's just a celebrity," or "She's just trying to stay relevant." But here's the truth. Meghan Markle doesn't have to try to be relevant. She is relevant. She is a cultural force, a voice of compassion, and a woman building bridges where others build walls. Her show isn't about ego. It's not about headlines. It's about doing what she says, doing what you can do, and doing it with love. And you know what? That's something the haters will never understand, because love takes courage. Love takes intention. Love takes work. Season 1 of With Love, Meghan welcomed friends like Mindy Kaling, Abigail Spencer, Kelly McKee-Zajfen, and the beloved Daniel Martin, Meghan's longtime friend and makeup artist. These are not hollow celebrity guest slots. They're meaningful conversations with people who have lived life, who've laughed, cried, and overcome. And now, for Season 2, we already know we're getting Chrissy Teigen and Jose Andres, the chef and humanitarian behind World Central Kitchen, who has worked alongside Prince Harry and Meghan for years through their Archwell Foundation. Again, these aren't red carpet names thrown in for clout. These are changemakers, visionaries, friends. And let me just pause to say, how telling is it that before this series even aired, icons like Alice Waters, yes, the Alice Waters, jumped at the chance to be involved. Meghan said it herself, they were drawn to the heart of the series, to its warmth and its vision. Because that's what Meghan brings to the table, authenticity, not artifice. And that, my friends, is why they hate her. Because Meghan refuses to play by the dusty old rulebook written by the British tabloids and their bitter royal correspondents. She refuses to bow to cruelty, to misogyny, to racism. And instead of crumbling under pressure, what does she do? She creates, she grows, she thrives. Meanwhile, the usual suspects, the Piers Morgans, the Royal Rota, the jealous YouTubers with 200 views and a ring light, are losing their minds. Why? Because Meghan is not only surviving, she's winning. Her lifestyle brand, as ever, sold out on day one. Her show is topping charts. Her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, is already making waves on Lemonada Media. She's redefining what it means to lead, to share, to build. And Harry? Harry is standing by her proud and strong, as he should be, because together they are building a legacy that's not rooted in palaces or protocol, but in purpose. So let's be real. The people who mock Meghan for launching a jam line, or for creating a Netflix series, or for speaking at the Time 100 summit, those are the people who have nothing of their own to offer. They attack what they don't understand and they fear what they can't control. But we see Meghan, we see her heart, we see her mission, and we're not going to let the haters rewrite the narrative, not on our watch. Chrissy Teigen to appear on Season 2 of Meghan Markle's Netflix series, With Love. Meghan Teigen received one of the Duchess of Sussex's first jars of branded jam. Last year, Teigen received one of the Duchess of Sussex's first jars of branded jam last year. Meghan Markle will welcome Chrissy Teigen as a guest on the second season of her Netflix series With Love. Meghan People confirms that Teigen, 39, will join the Duchess of Sussex, 43, on the sophomore season of With Love, which will premiere this fall. The Daily Mail was first to report the news. The self-conscious podcast host, model and cookbook author was one of the first people to receive jam from Meghan's initial lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, in 2024, and said then it might have been one of the best bites we've had all year. The Duchess of Sussex announced in February that she was renaming the venture to As Ever, and the brand's first collection of food products sold out on its debut day. People exclusively revealed that With Love, Meghan will return for a second season on Netflix this fall. The second season has already been filmed and sees Michael Steed return as director for the show. Meghan tells People is a love letter to her favourite things. The Duchess of Sussex announced in February that she was renaming the venture to As Ever, and the brand's first collection of food products sold out on its debut day. The series is about doing what you can do, the Duchess of Sussex said, and doing it with love. With Love, Meghan was significant as the Duchess of Sussex's first solo hosting project for Netflix and topped the streamer's viewership charts following its March 4th premiere. With Love shot to 7th on Netflix's Top 10 Shows chart in the UK and 10th on the platform's Top 10 list in the US in the week after it hit Q's. The Duchess of Sussex welcomed longtime friends including Mindy Kaling, Abigail Spencer, Delphina Blackyer, Kelly McKee, Zedge, Tracy Robbins and Daniel Martin, and more across 8 episodes in Season 1 of With Love, and formed new connections with chefs and restaurateurs including Alice Waters and Roy Choi. While speaking on stage at the Time 100 Summit in New York City on April 23rd, Meghan revealed that chef Jose Andres will be a guest on the second season of her series. I will say I've been so fortunate that even before the series had aired, in talking about what the premise was and how conversational and relatable we wanted it to be, I was able to get legends like Alice Waters, I just love her so much and we've now become friends, the Duchess of Sussex said, when asked who she'd like to welcome next on With Love or her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder from Lemonada Media, which premiered on April 8th. So to every member of the Royal Sussex squad, now is the time to double down. Share the good news, watch the show, celebrate Meghan's wins. And every time someone tries to tear her down, remember, this is a woman who continues to rise, who continues to inspire, who continues to lead with love. And if you believe in this message, if you believe in Harry and Meghan, and if you want to see more stories like this told and amplified, then please don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop a super thanks to support this channel. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are louder. And together, we are rewriting the royal story. One episode, one voice, one act of love at a time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for standing with Meghan. And as always, with love from the squad. Let me ask you something. Why is it that when Meghan Markle dares to do something beautiful, heartfelt and empowering, certain people just can't help but start frothing at the mouth? Why is it that every time Meghan brings a touch of love and elegance to the world, the haters crawl out from their caves with their toxic opinions and venomous headlines? Well, today we've got something that's